That's right, you can see security is still so tight here. We're right out front of the Amway Center, and I want to show you right here to my right is just the overflow section. I'm standing on the roof of the Bay Village retirement community, and believe it or not, this is only 13 stories above ground, just under 140 feet. Now imagine going up another 12 stories. This is how high Nick Walenda and his sister Liana will be. This one in particular has mixed paper and it's already been cleaned, so it's ready. Detectives just removed that body that was found floating in Sarasota Bay from the 10th Street boat ramp behind me. Law enforcement is calling Ring and other systems like it the new age digital neighborhood watch. And I can actually probably pan over just a little bit. It's that yellow home where those firefighters are. You can see the smoke damage. We're all wearing these backpacks, and I can't take this off until I stuff it with crayons or colored pencils, anything. Bring them here. We'd love to see you. I'm witnessing it for myself. A lot of these drivers going like this, looking up, then back down at their phone, then up, then back down at their phone, texting while behind the wheel. The sheriff says one of the suspects was using this app called Scout, and I'm going to open it just so you can kind of see how easy it is for you to start conversations, even see some videos that you might not want your children to be looking at. So parents, beware. This is already encouraging residents to recycle more. Just how quickly a car burglary like this can happen. So we'll see, we'll time it. Ready? 3 seconds. This has rocked you emotionally.
I'm devastated.
So Keith, you told me you're a father, you are against this. Do you have another alternative for keeping students safe? Good evening, I'm Taylor Torregano. But how about vacations? A business called Fake a Vacation allows people to do just that. First alert traffic for the drive home. We're seeing a slowdown that's pretty typical for this time of day. I-75 moving north towards Tampa in November to reinstate voter rights for convicted felons. Congressman Stubbe says so far $1 million has already been raised in sponsorships alone. The Dreamliner made news following a New York Times report in April where the Times reviewed hundreds of internal emails. Scott, Jacqueline, like you said, the first priority for most of these kids comes 6 o'clock Halloween evening, getting as much candy as possible. But not so for Kennedy and Avery Cole, who instead tonight are more concerned about the victims of Hurricane Michael. In many ways, Kennedy and Avery Cole are your average 10-year-olds. They like Harry Potter.
It's terrible, growled Hagrid into his beard.
Baseball, football.
We have the Patriots and the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
But they're twins, which is a rarity in itself. And in their eyes,
hard at the same time, fun and loving.
Even more rare, their heart to help at such a young age.
We understand what it's like to be in the middle of a hurricane.
But it's one thing to understand what it's like. It's a whole other to do something about it.
I said to my mom one day, later that day, I want to help. She said, okay, maybe we could donate some canned food or something. And I was like, in my mind, that's too little.
Kennedy was thinking big, so he wrote a letter to the principal.
I wrote a letter to Miss Wheatley.
And I connected him with Mrs. Tyler, who is the facilitator for our Kindness Club.
We've already raised $820.
In how long?
In
3 days.
Trick or treat, and then we get our candy.
And then we're going to say trick or treat for Bay Haven. Please, can you donate some loose change?
And they're calling for all of their fellow students to do the same, already understanding what's really important at a young age.
Even though people don't know each other, we can still help each other.
And I want them to know that people actually care, who they don't know, care about them.
And if you're feeling inspired by those boys or maybe by all of these cute little costumes, I put a link to the GoFundMe page on our website. Just visit mysuncoast.com. And remember,
Happy Halloween!
You said happy Halloween. That's right, Bill. Obviously not the best news for this family to be getting. And on top of that, today is Earl's wife's due date. She'll be having their second child here at the same hospital that her husband is now recovering after being severely bitten by that rattlesnake.
At this moment, I'm just thankful he's here with us, knowing that what could have happened.
But tears filled Diana Yersted's eyes at the thought of what did happen.
I have drop foot, so I will no longer be able to raise my foot up. I'll have to have some extensive gear of some sort.
It took a split second for life as Earl knew it to change with no warning.
I was screaming, I got bit, I got bit. It felt like, literally like a bat hitting my leg, and I looked down and started hearing the sound of a rattlesnake.
Unusual, because the experts say rattlesnakes will typically rattle first, then strike. But Earl Yerstead was in swampy lands just outside of the new Braves Stadium. This was the snake's territory.
Being that we had a lot of rain last week in this area, that will flush them out. We also have high temperatures, which means their metabolism is increasing, which means they're going to feed more often. He was clearing an area, so we don't know if he was clearing an area that's the animal's home. Just like you protect your home, they protect their home the same way.
The rattlesnake curator called it a perfect storm, which might be why Sarasota Memorial Hospital has treated 2 patients with snake bites from Northport in the last week after 5 years of no bites at all. But it's not just there.
The diamondback rattlesnake on the trail right near Escashare.
This video taken on the Legacy Trail by Daryl Lang on a stroll over the weekend. The good news is, experts say if you don't attack them, rattlesnakes typically won't attack you.
The snake's not going to say, hey, there's a human at a bike, let me go chase them down and bite them. That's not what they want to do, because once again, it takes energy to produce venom, and you want to conserve energy, and it also puts a snake at risk.
So if you're hiking out on a local trail or in a rural construction area, be on the lookout. Experts say you should always keep your eyes and ears open for that rattle. Shuffle your feet through the woods and take your time. Don't go running through those shrubs. Lastly, remember, you're in nature's realm, not yours. I'm reporting from Sarasota Memorial Hospital, Taylor Torregano, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.